I welcome you all to today's discussion. And in our discussion, I intend to discuss a book called Quills of Desire. The book Quills of Desire introduces us to the protagonist, Wiza Chamberlain. And as we may have known, obvious by now, that the title itself, Quills of Desire, simply refers to the human desires or the desires of the heart that someone may harbor. So this book tells us of Wiza, the story of Wiza. This young man, Wiza, is an intelligent young man according to book description. He's par excellence, and he wants to achieve so many great things in life, and one of them is that he wants to become a world-class engineer. And also, he wants to achieve a successful wedding where he must, do it in a way such that it should attract the attention of everyone. Wiza also gets an inspiration from his elder brother, Kocha. Kocha has given him much, run altogether in as far as the achievement of things are concerned. And to this end, Wiza, he wants to be an academic guru, and he also desires to get a master's and probably go on advancing in his education so that he achieves the greatest ever that man can achieve on earth. But one thing that we see is that this book is built on the leitmotif of fear. The father Chamberlain fears for his son Wiza because he feels that the young man may not make it in life because of his own peccadillos. Now, peccadillos are small, unwanted things. So, Chamberlain fears that because of Wiza's short temper, because of Wiza's, self-unawareness, it may lead him to fail to accomplish many of the things. Of course, the father has not achieved so much, but he believes that his children can redeem him. And one of them has already done it, who is Kocha, the elder brother to Wiza. So at this point, Chamberlain has struggled, to help the son get to understand what life is. And this is why when you read the text, it begins, of course, it introduces us to Chamberlain sitting the son down and begins to lay many of the adages. Some of them are, life is like a queue. With patience, your turn will always come. And also, he issues out one of the adages such as, my son, keep your neck, for the beads to keep around are as easy as a chicken droppings. So that shows us that those adages are talking about the concept of patience in life. So Wiza goes to KK Secondary School when he has qualified, of course, at grade 7, having passed from Apollo Primary School. And once he reaches there, he has proved himself as par excellence because he's an academic guru and many of his friends, they respect him for that. He has also proved himself competent as the next man because he has performed very well at English language, he has performed very well at science, he has performed very well at mathematics and many more other subjects. To this end, Wiza has gathered a lot of support from the friends, except that life has never been so straight, and as we know that nature may never draw straight lines in life. He has a lot of enemies while he also has a lot of friends. At this point we see that Wiza would have made it in life just as he had wished to accomplish many things in life. But one element at which fights Wiza is his personal unawareness. I know that many of us may not know that what may fight us in life are those things that which we are not aware of. So Wiza is unaware of his own self. He goes on, to make relationships. At one point, what makes him be expelled from KK Secondary School is that one day a girls' secondary school visited KK Secondary School where there was jets, activities. And Wiza found himself a girl who he drags and takes her to a prefect's cube, of course a cube which belonged to the friend. And it's at that point where when Wiza now was shopping in Jerusalem, the enemy to himself went and told others to say Wiza had got a girl and he was with her in the room. And when he was found at that point, Wiza was expelled from the secondary school. And it's at that point now when Wiza's life begins to limp. And he does a lot of things to improve himself and continue with his dream. He goes to Mpulungu and becomes a fisherman temporarily, as he's still re-strategizing himself because he was afraid to go back home, knowing knowing that the father was not going to approve of that behavior. When he saw that nothing was working out, he went to Lusaka, where he became a conductor after living with a friend at the University of Zambia, who just after a week also received an acceptance and a scholarship to go and study overseas. That's how Wiza went back on the streets and became a conductor. He could sleep in the taverns. And later on he realizes, I think this is not sustainable. Let me go back home. When he went back home, the father, to his disappointment, he says, to help this boy settle down, let's allow him to marry. And that's how he was given to marry a grade 7 dropout. Once Wiza had married, he realized that his dream now had died and he was not going to proceed with whatever he may have dreamed. So, what does Wiza do? He decided to commit suicide and he died. The question that we may ask this day is, who is our enemy in life? Who can you attribute to be the one who is not happy with our dreams and who may want to kill our dreams? I know that many of us, we think that our enemies are our brothers, our sisters, our friends, our uncle, our auntie, and all those things. That's the greatest lie ever that we have created to ourselves. The greatest enemy, as we may see in this story, is Wiza's character and behavior. Those are the things that which betrayed him. If Wiza had not proposed that girl and had not taken her to shop with her in Jerusalem, it is obvious that Wiza was going to manage to complete his secondary school. And of course, maybe he would have even gone to do whatever he may have desired to do. But we see that his appetite for girls made Wiza lose the place in the school. And that's how he was laid off from the school. The greatest writer that I love so much says, we have more to fear from within than from without. And so I want to remind us that the greatest enemy of our life is not any other person, is not our uncle, is not our auntie, is not our brother, but the greatest enemy of our life is yourself and myself. We are the enemies.